what he meant was that the United States and Pakistan were never involved in a treaty that would have required to treat the United States to treat Pakistan as an ally. Pakistan, as I said earlier, Pakistan is an important country. The United States will maintain a good relationship with Pakistan, but the relationship is not strong enough even after this dispute with Imran Khan is over. So the Pakistan embassy and the Pakistani government must realize that those days are gone. Well, there was a briefing by a senior White House official, John Kirby, on Tuesday, where he was asked exactly the same question, and he gave a very interesting answer. What he said was that technically Pakistan was never a US ally. And what he meant was that the United States and Pakistan were never involved in a treaty that would have required to treat the United States to treat Pakistan as an ally. Yes, Pakistan was a member of two earlier pacts, C2 and CENTO, but then it opted out of them in the 60s, and since then Pakistan has never been involved in any form of alliance with the United States. But then he also said that during the war against terror, we continued to support Pakistan because we recognize that the people of Pakistan face a major threat from cross-border attacks from Afghanistan, and that they are the victims of terror, and that Pakistan deserves US support on this particular issue. So the statement makes clear two things. Number one, that the United States does not see Pakistan as an ally that would have required the United States to maintain a closer relationship with Islamabad. Number two is the United States also does not want to discard Pakistan, or because Pakistan is in a very strategically important region. We have borders with Iran, we have borders with India, we have borders with China, we have borders with Afghanistan, and Afghanistan is still restive, it is still unsettled, and therefore they do want to have some sort of relationship, a good, working, friendly relationship with Pakistan. But that relationship will actually vary from issue to issue. So it's like on issues like terrorism, it will continue to support Pakistan. But on other issues, for instance, there is a major effort by opposition people in Pakistan to get the United States involved in the democratic process, and they deny to get involved in this thing on providing economic support to Pakistan. Yes, it will continue to provide the sort of support that it is doing now, but it is not going back to the days when we used to get large US assistance during the war in Afghanistan, during the war against terrorism. That is not going to happen. So it will be a relationship that will vary from issue to issue. It's a very important question, Sarah. It's a very important question because I see two types of, I see expectation and fear, both expectation and fear in Pakistan. Expectation from the PTI and its supporters. They are hoping that once Donald Trump is installed as the next US president, he would support their efforts to get Imran Khan out of prison and restore his political status. And the United States would also recognize their claim that they won the last elections and therefore Imran Khan has the right to rule over Pakistan. Then there is fear in Islamabad, particularly among government circles, that the Trump administration might do that that they might get involved in Pakistan's domestic policy. They might start bringing pressure on Islamabad to set Imran Khan free, to recognize, to actually help the PTI in regaining power. And I do not see that happening. I don't think the United States is going to get involved so deeply in Pakistan yet. Pakistan, as I said earlier, Pakistan is an important country. The United States will maintain a good relationship with Pakistan, but the relationship is not strong enough for the United States to get involved in Pakistan domestic politics. Of course, one thing is very clear, that Mr. Trump is very unpredictable. During his first term, people used to say that he runs his administrations through with the help of the internet. I mean, sometimes even the State Department officials were surprised by his tweets. I remember one senior official who has now retired telling us that every morning when we get up, we worry about the tweet. We don't know what new tweet he might have released last night, and what explanation we will now have to offer on various issues. So yes, he is unpredictable. Yes, those people working around him, there are some of them who have openly supported Imran Khan and the effort to get him released. So if they succeed in persuading him to get involved, yes, he may actually release a tweet or two. He may even issue a statement. And but even if it does, I do not see that translating into an organized pressure on Pakistan. I don't see that happening. I don't even see Donald Trump saying anything major on Pakistan in the near future. But having said that, one thing we must recognize, and that is PTI's efforts to influence the political circles in the United States. I mean, we have seen since Imran Khan's ouster, PTI has been very active. They stayed engaged with the previous Congress. They had very good relations with U.S. lawmakers from the Democratic Party. They also have supporters among the Republicans. And now that the Republicans have taken over the White House and Congress, both the House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate, they control both the houses. And so they have already launched their efforts to re-engage themselves with the new Congress. They are holding a briefing for the new lawmakers on January 22nd. 15 members of Congress have already agreed to participate in this briefing. Amnesty International is participating. Human Rights Watch has been invited. Voice Against Torture have been invited. So a lot of people will be involved, and they will brief this congressman on the current situation in Pakistan. So the PTI will continue to bring pressure on Pakistan through the U.S. Congress, and if possible, through the U.S. administration as well. So that's where I think that the Pakistani government has reasons to worry about, and they do need to actually tackle this, deal with this in a proper way. And I think they also have launched their campaign. I saw the Pakistani ambassador holding a series of meetings with U.S. lawmakers, about 20 U.S. lawmakers, after the November elections in the United States. And that was before he went to Islamabad on a long visit. He stayed there for 20 days. He's now back in town. He must have come with new instructions from Islamabad. And I've heard that he plans to meet more people in Washington. He will be meeting both the lawmakers as well as members of the new U.S. administration. So let's see how it goes. But I think this conflict between the Pakistani government and the United States will continue to influence the Pakistani American community, and then that will continue, and they will continue to engage with the US lawmakers. What Imran Khan has done, or I say he and his party, both have successfully stayed engaged with Pakistani Americans. He was always popular among them. He was particularly popular among Pakistani physicians because they worked with him during his when he was raising funds for Shaukat Khanum, for the Shaukat Khanum Hospital, the PTI and its supporters maintained those relationships. And now PTI has branches all over the United States. They're very, very active, more active than any other Pakistani political party has ever been. And in the process, they have also learned how to stay engaged with US political circles. They are active in both Democratic and Republican parties. They get involved in local elections. They get involved in national elections. So I think this involvement will continue even after this dispute with Imran Khan is over. So the Pakistan embassy and the Pakistani government must realize that those days are gone when the Pakistani community in the United States used to get very excited when they were invited to a tea or a dinner at the Pakistan embassy, and they would go home talking about, how nice the ambassador was, or how good or bad the food was. Now they want something more substantial. Now, if they demand political change, they want to see it happen. If they want to support Pakistan on certain issues, then they would demand to know why and how should they support them. So now the government of Pakistan and the Pakistan embassy needs to reconsider its policies, recalibrate its strategies, and deepen its engagement with the Pakistani American community.